Okay, so here's one that I'm getting ready to put the side canvas on. You'll notice I don't have the spacers in here or anything. I'm using the spacers on the other one. I'm almost done with them, but this one, I've got the boards back inside to inside here and side by side just so I have a reference of where to go. But first layer I always start off with just paint it on. I can use the roller on this right now. I'm not wanting to get the roller out and get it cleaned and etc. So, and this, as you can see, the first coat is just to wet this. You're trying to get it to soak into the wood, get it wet. You don't need much. You're gonna do 2 coats, so just quickly put this on with a brush and be happy. You're mainly trying to get the solvent and the first layer of glue wetted into the wood itself. I go ahead, and since I'm going to be doing the center canvas later, I go ahead and wet this one. That makes it so that later on I just have to do a second coat to put the center canvas on. I don't have to go through 2 coats and wait for them to dry and all that jazz. Just 1 coat. This seam I tend to make a little wider, just because it's not as exact, because depending on how much the board springs and such, there can be different amounts there. The other thing is I make sure I get glue on the ends. There's going to be a lot of tension and straightness here in these ends, so I want to make sure I've got good glue coverage on the ends so canvas sticks to that as well as possible. Yeah, this is about as much fun as watching glue dry, as you can tell, but anyways, we just quick and dirty get this on as fast as we can. We just want a coating. When it comes time to actually do the canvassing, we'll put on a thick coat, then that we break out the roller for it, just because it goes way quicker. But I'm not at that stage yet, so we're just doing this quick and dirty with a brush. Now you need to do both sides. So I've got this sitting up on some cardboard boxes as cheap sawhorses right now. When the contact cement's wet like this, it won't really stick that much to it. If I wait until it's tack dry, it won't stick at all, pretty much. So I know I'm probably working down here where the camera can't see, but I'll be back around in just a bit. When you're doing this, make sure you're wearing more clothes. I mean, it seems stupid and obvious, but contact cement does not come out of clothes well. Not without, once again, heavy solvent use, which, yeah, no fun. Got some dry spots there, cleaning them up. Make sure that's good. And like I said, these seams, technically you're only supposed to need about 1 inch there at the edge, but these are almost impossible to line up well, and you end up with different shapes depending on how it springs out, how thick the wood is. This is 5mm hardwood plywood, but it's the cheap stuff. They don't even name the wood, so some people call this like Luan or such. But it's utility plywood. Went for it because it's cheap, and with paint over it, no one will be able to tell. Now, you're gonna, you may worry and whatever, and oh no, there's all this contact cement everywhere, the paint's never gonna stick. At least water-based latex sticks to this stuff just fine. I did a test beforehand, before I even did my first boat to make sure that it was gonna work, and not a problem at all. Okay, so I'm all the way around. Now we flip it. Or could wait for this to dry, but or at least get tack dry, but I'm impatient. Oh, I forgot. I already have the back side of this one done, so that's what we're cut off there. I'd already done the bottom side earlier, so these have their first coat all over and we're good to go.